Hello and welcome guys, I am Shieda and in today's video we are taking a look at a mod that adds classes with some runic spells. As you can see on my hotbar already, you need a weapon to actually cast this. Let me cast something else, there we go, bam! So, as usual, if you are someone that's coming back on a regular basis, please remember to hit that like and the subscribe, that always helps the channel, and without more delays, let's jump into the video. So I am using the warrior runes right now, so I'm going to use the one that's on the shift 3, there we go, blood rune 5, this gives you lifesteal pretty much, and then we have the one that's on shift 4, will give you more defense, you're more resistance against physical damage, that's pretty much it. If you press the shift one, which is my first ability, I will like spin and do damage. And then the second rune of the warrior, it just pretty much increases your stamina regen. So that's all it's gonna do, which, you know, it's actually pretty good considering that I'm playing Valheim vanilla here. And as you can see, the runes didn't make any difference whatsoever. My weapon did most of the damage, to be honest. I think just the first attack was the best for this class. But yeah, overall this is kind of nice, I guess. Okay, for the rogue abilities, you have the third ability, Shift 3, which will allow you to have light foot. I mean, you're not gonna make as much noise as you would running around, which is pretty good for a rogue, you and our party. Shift 4 will allow you to like make your targets not understand that you are straight up there, like be a little more confused. As you see, this guy is kind of confused if I'm here or not. Although he has an understanding that I am here, he doesn't know like exactly where, so he's kind of wandering around, which is what the fourth ability do, which is pretty awesome, not gonna lie. Then the second ability should allow me to see the weakest points of all the enemies around me, although I don't really understand what is a weak point on from my enemies, although I only see one, so this is kind of unclear for me. I don't do more damage, I think it's just that. And I think the first ability, it's gotta be the coolest one. Just watch this one. You gotta be close range, by the way. Boom, it's kind of like a poison ability. You kind of send like shurikens or whatever this is, and you know they have poison, so they will do the poison damage, which is pretty sick. Of course, you have to have a magic class. So first ability, fireball, there we go. The classes have their own abilities, so the more you train your class, the more damage you'll do, if that makes sense. And second ability, it's a ice shard and it will slow the target. Then the third ability will be pretty much UI resistance versus elemental damage. Like it gives you like 5% resistance if I'm not mistaken, so it's not a lot. And yeah, mainly it's the weapon that's doing the damage, as you can see, not really the spells. The spells didn't do that much, to be honest. Now we have the cleric. It will focus way more on defense and healing, to be honest, so this is kind of like a tank healer, something like that. So one of the first ability actually does damage, which is just like you slam your shield into the ground and it does damage. It's not a lot, but yeah. So the guy just kind of hit me. I'm going to use my second ability, which kind of regenerates 5.5% of my health, which is, you know, missing. Then we have the third ability, which will regenerate my health. It will increase my health regen. I'm sorry guys, that's what it's gonna do basically. And then for the fourth ability, it will just increase my stamina regen. So let me actually see if I can get hit here and break. There we go. So it just deployed so much more faster. There we go. So like now on to the details. So I have a bed and I have a fire pit. I'm sorry, this is not called a fire pit. I have a fire. There we go. And then we have a chest here. So if you, let me actually get up and get out. There we go. So let's say that I want to craft one of the runes. This is the first thing that you end up having to do. So this is the runes, you can see them. So I want to craft this. I need the recipe or the ingredients. There we go. And I'm gonna go ahead and craft this one. You can only craft runes while resting. So that means I can never craft this on a station or anywhere else, I guess. As far as I understood or I tried, you can't craft this. You actually have to be resting. And well, if you're resting, you can't really, you know, access a crafting table or whatever it is. So you actually have to craft this while you're resting, which is kind of weird, right? And then there's this bug. If you open up, you're in the craft menu, so you go, and now I'm gonna craft my spell, and boom, everything disappears. I have to go into the craft and then go again to this one. So this is kind of like, you know, a little bit, kind of takes away a little bit of fun, right? So, well, you have your runes on your hotbar, which is okay and cool. So can I move this to my inventory? Yes, you can. That's not bad, right? But can I move this back to my hotbar so I can use it? Yes, you can. Okay, maybe because I'm resting. Because if you go outside, which I am no longer resting, I can no longer do this, as you can see. So I don't, not even put this in here, there we go. So I don't understand why. I don't think that makes sense. I think that's kind of whatever. In terms of chests, yes, you can storage this and you can take this and put on the chest and pick up this and put it there, because well, anyway, you are actually on the resting. So if you want to move around with the runes, you always need to be on a comfort zone or resting, because otherwise there's nothing really you can do, to be honest. So that's about it. One thing I dislike the mod is that it really lacks a couple of like awesomeness. Like this is one of the attacks, it's just like experience gain pretty much. It's kind of like how it feels. So like I would like to see some more like effects. I think that removes a little bit of awesomeness of the mod, because I think this is actually a good idea and I think the guy is onto something. I just think it's just lacking something. It doesn't mean it's bad. I don't think it's bad. I think it's a simpler mod, but from all the mods I've seen so far, I think Valheim mods have kind of went up a notch, which is pretty much the idea. And as usual, the video is over. Subscribe.